Well, it's been a minute since I pissed off the internet. Yep. Well, cheers, fuckers. Hey man, what's going on? My name's Truck Driver Sean. I'm a truck driver. My name is Sean. And on the weekends, because I'm old as shit and partying is not my thing anymore, I have this wonderful room of toys I don't deserve. I'm very well aware. Thank y'all for pointing it out though. So yeah, hey, I guess a new thing for YouTubers to do is to kind of remind you that this is YouTube. And it'd be okay to hit that subscribe button, right? If you do that, I'll actually be able to get gas money to go fuck your mom. All right, so today we're here with something very cool, a little backstory, because we all love story time, yeah? Yeah, man. All right, this amp right here started out as a brutal mock by the lovely company Redbeard Amplification. So pretty much everything he had I got sent to try out, and like a hoarding piece of shit that I am, I kept everything except for the brutal mock. It really, for what I do, was a very challenging amp, and it only had just a couple things that it needed. So in conversation, because Brian over at Redbeard is probably the closest thing to a psychopath you're ever going to meet in your life, and there's my evidence. If you're all like, you can't be talking shit about him, let's do it. Why not, right? I was just telling him what I would change, and the amp had a little issue, so he was working on it anyway, and this kind of manifested into my couple little ideas that I would change, and then he'd happen to ask me that question you should never ask a fat piece of shit on the internet. What else would you change if you're going to make the amp more for you? I was like, oh, it'd be kind of cool to have the front end of it look like a grill. I'll give him credit. We'll call this a happy accident. I was talking about like a grill to a semi-truck, and it has the grill of a Jeep. Yeah. Funny story. I'm a Jeep enthusiast, and I own a Jeep. So, it's okay. I actually, in hindsight, it looks better like this than what I envisioned. So, yes, Brian is fucking smart. It just looks good. It's got a red treatment. It's got a red grill. So if the LEDs are not on, it still looks red, and it does glow red. It's very menacing looking. It's fantastic. And you'd ask yourself, what's a little different between that and the Brutal Mag? Well, basically, the power tubes got changed to a 6L6 variant. They're not 6L6s, they're just like a different type of EL34s. I don't know how to explain it. And I asked three times, Brian, to send me the goddamn spec. But he didn't, so here we are. So it's powered by these crazy tubes that I've never heard of before. And my memory's shit, and I didn't write nothing down, so yeah, what fact? And you got your normal preamp for a high gain amp in there, the 12AX7s. This is all hand wired point to point. There's no PCB board in it. Everything is driven by the tubes, and everything is direct connect, so it's very powerful, like stupid fucking loud. It might be 50 watts, but I'd argue to say it's louder than most production 100 watt amps that you get a hold of. Ridiculously powerful. And thanks to my changes, it is now exceptionally versatile. The only thing it doesn't do well, and I don't know if that's a problem in today's universe, but if you want a chunky monkey, it's not going to do it for you. It just isn't. She's very tight. She's very aggressive. Sort of like your mom. Just kidding. Your mom's not tight. Fucking aggressive, though. So, on the back of it, because there's obviously no room left on the front, if there's going to be some kind of interest in this, maybe in the future he'll make it a tad bit bigger and add the stuff on the front. But for right now, it's on its ass. Alright? It's got a couple zits that ain't going away. So in the back, we have a mid-shift control knob. You're like, mid-shift control, not just mid-shift, mid-shift control. Yes. It has a very dynamic sweep. If you have it cut all the way counterclockwise, it takes the mids from neutral to like way down. And it gives you some of that chub that you would want that you don't get from the Brutal Mac. The Brutal Mac is very tight. And this, you'll be able to keep your tightness, but you also kind of get, like when you're chugging, instead of a chink, that's not racist, it's a chug, right? And it gives it to you. Works out pretty good. And because I like gain, his gain stage is amazing. The way it cascades itself, it's truly gain, but where it lacked was distortion. It didn't really get much more distorted. Once you got to a certain point, it just got more loud and you picked up feedback. I wanted to have it get, a little frothy, I wanted that skull and crossbones on top of my macchiato, you know what I'm saying? So he went to work on it and figured it out. And he really did a good job. It's a little switch, you hit it, you get the normal gain that you get from the Brutal Mac, which is just a very stabby gain. You get about halfway up, might as well not turn it anymore so you're not getting nothing else out of it. It's just going to make everything like intensely louder. You're not really going to get more gain per se, because it's a clean gain. Okay? What I wanted to do is I wanted the gain to have some snot. Flick that switch, you get snot. And I'm barely halfway on the gain, and it's wonderful. I use overdrive pedals. I don't believe any amp should be used without one, because I'm that asshole. But you can use it without one. I just prefer one. Again, I'm an asshole. So essentially, in case you all don't pay attention, I met another crazy person on the internet that builds gear. And I am an endorsed artist for Redbeard Amplification. What does that mean? It means I'm an endorsed artist. Alright? I'm not here to pimp anything, but I am here to tell you I wouldn't take an endorsement unless I was already using the gear. You wouldn't automatically see something show up and be like, oh wow, I've never seen this before, and he's just all of a sudden like, oh, I'm an endorsed artist. No, you have to be using it, develop a relationship. I truly believe that when someone doesn't use something and someone offers them a sponsorship or an endorsement, that's like collecting clout that doesn't even exist in today's thing. No one gives a shit that I'm an endorsed artist for anything until it's said, and then all of a sudden like, Jesus Christ, the fuck's he endorsed for? It's because I'm like herpes. I'm fucking everywhere and I spread like a motherfucker. Like your mom. Alright, so anyhow, this is essentially my signature amp, but we're not going to put my name on it because I'm very polarizing. Because I fuck people's moms. I am a motherfucker. I say things, I do things, I'm not everybody's cup of tea. So we're just going to call it the Roadkill Edition. Okay? This is still a Brutal Mac at its core, but it's called the Roadkill Edition. It'd be one of those things like those who know. Like those who know me, what I do, and if you like the tones that I get, and you know I'm not manipulating anything. So if you was to get one of these and you hook it up the same way I do, less my hand. You don't want my hand anyway. It smells like your mom. So, yeah. That's for the people that didn't get any mom jokes in the last video, by the way. That was all done intentionally. I have notes. Talk about your mom. Alright. So, can't believe people miss that. People want me to be rude and fucking be an idiot, which I'm okay with. I love being a clown. It's a good time. You know? Fuck around and find out. You know what I'm saying? So it comes with a super duper awesome foot switch. Plugs right into the back. Just use the regular instrument cable and you're good to go. So yeah, we'll talk about the saying that a lot, aren't I? It's first thing in the morning, folks. I ain't promising you shit except for I'm gonna be here, right? Devil Mountain Coffee, son. So, going across from reading left to right, like we do, you have your power, you have your standby. And you have your red light that lets you know it's on. Because, you know, people need to know. You have your depth, presence, bass, middle, treble. You have your gain volume and then your gain. So when you say gain volume, that's his way, I guess, of saying it's your channel 2 volume. And then you have your clean tone and your clean volume. So you have a 2-channel amp, separate from one another. They are not built off the same circuit. They are separate from one another. Little thing you get when it's, you know, hand wired, point to point without a PCB. You can do all this crazy shit, right? I will tell you right off the bat, the clean channel, for some reason, is getting some gain bleed in it, which I haven't had a chance to talk to Brian yet. That could just be something that's simple to fix. It could just be what it is. Me, personally, I like a little... I do. I like a little bit of hair on my clean. But in a studio environment, it'd be a little obnoxious, I guess. If I want to do like something super pretty and want to have it be real milky and trippy, that little touch of gain in the background would be a little bit of an issue. But again, I need to talk to Brian about that. I'm doing my best not to have any complaints because that poor guy is fixing this thing has frequent flyer miles, for Christ's sake. It's going back and forth so many damn times. But what we have now is an amazing amplifier. Hey, you've heard me run my fucking suckhole long enough, right? Let's just plug this thing in. I do have an overdrive pedal hooked up. I'll let you know when I have it engaged. When I don't, it's a high gain amplifier. So for the sake of my arachnid cab is literally 2 feet from the amp, 3 feet from my person. I have a noise gate so it doesn't squeal like a pig because I like to play loud. Because I think everything sounds better loud. And we'll, yeah. Watch my intro. And we'll get to chugging. Be right back in a second. Well, 18 seconds to be exact. See you then. Alright, as you can tell, it's just mean. It is just fucking mean. Alright, so I'm just going to show you some of the different variants that you can get out of this thing. First thing we'll do is we'll turn off the overdrive, just to show you what the amp does all by itself. So we're going to go to the clean channel, and then there's only one option, that's the tone. So let's play around with that just for a quick second, get that out of the way. Okay, there's the cleans. What can I say? I'm really not the clean guy, but there's a clean channel. A little scratchy, yeah. I'd like to get that fizz that's in the background gone, and I don't know what's causing it. Again, that's something I gotta go over with Brian. For me, it's not a deal killer, but for some people it might be, so he needs to know it's a thing. All right, to the gain. Okay, so that's with the gain like less than halfway, no pedals involved. It's just literally the gain. This is what it sounds like in the room. Probably gonna sound like shit because the room mic does not like it when I fucking play. Alright, so we're going to play around with the gain. I'm going to dip the gain down and then we're going to bring it all the way back. Remember, this is a very clean gain, alright? Here we go. Alright, so as you can see, it's got plenty of gain. I hadn't fully cranked the gain all the way, so something weird happened. Remember I said it's a really interesting gain stage, right? I never really tapped it out because it wasn't really changing from like halfway to 3/4, so I just stopped. But she gets thick and nasty if you go all the way up, so you're experiencing this with me. No pedals. This is all straight amp. I'm actually going to dial this in a little bit, and I'm going to use that mid shift in the back. And I know this isn't like going in order, but my brain is now fixated on the fact that this gain stage just got a little funky monkey on me. And I'm going to tinker for a minute, so you just have to fucking sit through it and like it. Or just skip on to the next step, right? Alright, so yeah, you guys just got privy to what I do when you're not here, and that is tinker. So I'm kind of curious as to what's going to happen when because you can hear the amp getting ready to break loose. Because I got that gain fucking jacked through the roof. So let's see what happens when we turn on the overdrive. It tries to be adjusted. It's Yeah. Yeah. Fuck yeah. Alright, so we're going to show you what the switch does. Right now I'm in the different gain mode, we'll call it. It's sort of like a little more compressed, a little bit more frothy. So, let's turn the overdrive off so we can get a true look at it. And we'll show you the difference. Alright, so the first one you hear is going to be the added little gain thingy. And then the one you hear after that will be the standard edition Brutal mic. Alright, so there you go. That's kind of where that goes. So what we're going to do now is we're going to show you what the mid control does on the back, the mid shift control. Here we go. Alright, as you can tell, there's a huge difference. Right now, I'm going to have this thing fully jacked, and then I'm going to turn it all the way back. Just so you can see the absolute difference in the scope you have between where it starts and where it ends. Actually, from where it ends to where it starts, because why not? Here we go. As you can tell again, huge difference. Massive difference. So when you have an amp that's kind of like tight and boxy because you can turn it back, or you can make it really stabby and bright. So if you have like a 7-string or a baritone, you can get those really chimey musical tones you want out of it without really compromising anything. That's what's good about when you have something that's wired point to point. I can't stress that enough. And there's nothing wrong with PCB. I get it. There's a lot of people that use them, all right? And there's a reason why they do. It's because they're very efficient, and you can get the same result every single time. Now, Brian could build 7 of these, and you might have one out of that 7 that's just special. Like it's a gem. Because at that particular day, that particular soldering he was doing was magic. And that's the one downside, and why people like to use the boards instead of point to point, is they can get the same every time. With the old-fashioned way of doing it, where you just take a wire, you go from point A to point B, if the wires are just a sliver short, just a sliver short, then the other one, you're going to get a whole different sound. That's just the way it is. All components have to be exactly equal. Everything has to be equal if you want the same exact response from everything. But it also makes it so like you have awesome opportunities to have amps like this. Now, the only thing that sucks about small builders and sourcing everything themselves is they can't do what the big companies do and sell their amps for, $1,500, $1,600. Now you're talking some change. Like this particular model right here, if you want this over the regular Brutal Mac is $2,200. This one's $25. And the add-ons that are in it definitely justifies the money. Actually, in my opinion, it's definitely worth the money. But if you don't care for the upgrades, sure, go ahead and get a regular Brutal Mac. It's a great amp. I just liked, for what I do, I want a little more versatility, and I wanted to be able to get that thickness, because I use overdrive pedals. Whether the amp needs it or not, I still use them because, well, you don't have toys to not play with them. Shit. Yeah? I'm 49 years old, I still play with my dick. It's been my favorite toy for 4 decades. Maybe longer, I don't know. But yeah, I love this thing. And yes, I understand. I am stupid fortunate and lucky as shit, because as a dumbass truck driver that does this stuff in his spare time for fun, I should not have access and privileges that I have. But you know what? It's where I'm at. So all you people that want to hate on it, trust me, I'm just as shocked as you. So anything you say, I haven't said to myself. So keep being a dick. All right. Gear I'm using today. My signature, again. For all those hate the fact that I'm endorsed, suck a dick. This is my signature linchpin that I designed with Deviant Guitars. I love this guitar. As much as Royce at Deviant hates it when I pull this thing out, but loves it at the same time, because this is a prototype and it is nowhere near what he's doing today. I know that from playing my buddy Roy's. He bought the first one, other than myself. Which, by the way, yes, endorsed artists do pay for their gear. Just so you understand that. No one's giving, like, every once in a while I'll get a pedal for free, but no one's really giving away a ton of stuff. Every once in a while, yeah, you'll be told you can keep something because they really liked your video, or you made them laugh or something in a video and no one else does. Yeah, See, every once in a while you'll get something for free. I'm not saying that I haven't gotten nothing that you're seeing around here for nothing. Technically, I didn't get it for nothing. I was already enjoying it, and they liked seeing me use it, and I'm one of those guys that I yank stuff down all the time. I'm always using something different. And companies like that. I mean, you got a couple companies, like, literally, I love their stuff, but they don't give a shit that I exist. You know, like KHD. I enjoy their pedals. Some of them just aren't for me, and I turn around and sell them real quick, but I have a bunch of their pedals. I love their stuff. I buy their stuff. They don't give me a discount. They don't give me anything. Same thing with Eris FX. I love Richard's stuff. I think Richard's fucking smart in a way that a lot of people aren't. Again, I buy my stuff. He doesn't give me fucking nothing. You know? It's just the way it goes. And I pay for my guitars. Yeah, I pay for them. Do I pay full price? No. I get a discount because I'm an endorsed artist. That's part of being endorsed. You don't get it for free, get a discount. Redbeard amps. Do I get it for free? I did get one for free. But I also bought them. Okay? Like this one here, when it started out as a Bruttelmac, I just paid the shipping. The other ones, I bought. Okay? Again, endorsed artist. You still pay for your stuff. It's all you. I'm going to do a video on the whole endorsement thing because people have a really fucked up view of what an endorsement is and what people do as an endorsed artist. And, yeah, there's a lot of people that take advantage of it, a lot of people that buy their way onto it or that slide their way into it, however they fucking do it. I don't get it. And then you never see them doing anything for the company. It makes no sense. But anyway, back to where I'm going. Deviant guitars. That is the boost I was using is the Brutal Drive 3 by Eris FX. The noise gate, obviously, if you know me, you know I'm using a Guptech noise gate, and it's the Sun Gate. Is that what I'm using? The Sun? Yep, I'm using the Sun Gate. I have to look because I bounce between all their noise gates because every one of them is pretty much good. That goes into the Redbeard Amplification Roadkill Edition Bruttelmac. Or you can just call it the Truck Driver Sean signature model if you want to. We're choosing not to do that because, again, I'm a polarized piece of shit. And I get it. I don't do the friendly, here's a 7-minute video on this. I'm sorry, you can't see what an amp does in 7 minutes. Shit, I don't even feel like I've shown you everything it does in the fucking time I've sucked out of your life already. There'll be more videos coming with this, by the way. There's so much to cover that doing it all in one video is fucking daunting. To try to get it all wrapped in and make it look cohesive. So this is a forever amp. I'm going to have it forever. It might go through some changes in the future. If it does, of course, I will update you with what changes have been done. One change it's going to go through, because I had an epiphany after the fact. Sean Ward from Ward Cabinets is going to build me a new enclosure that's going to match the Murder Hauler that I take in my 18-wheeler, the white one with the blood splatter. He's going to make me a casing for that. Redbeard is going to make me a white grill that we can blood splatter. And, yeah. It's going to be fucking dope. Actually, I should get a hold of Redbeard and see if he can do this in black and red instead of white and black. Hey! Brian! Can you do that? Can we, instead of black, can it be red? And then instead of white, can it be black? Saying, dude, that would be fucking dope. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, son? Whatever. Whatever you do would be cool. Yeah, but anyway. Awesome. Of course, that goes into my Arachnid, my custom 2x12s, which again, yes, another endorsement, right? No, I did not get those for free. Calhoun is running a fucking small business. He has a real job. He has a family. He can't afford to give me that shit. Come on. The dude plays music in a band, like, for real. And he's fucking good, too, by the way. His fucking band is awesome. So, he can't afford to just give me stuff. He can't afford to give anybody anything. You know, I do stuff with small builders. Why? I enjoy their stuff so much more. I enjoy getting to know the builders. Like, a bunch of builders that I'm involved with, I consider, like, at least top end acquaintances, if not friends, right? I know it sounds top end acquaintance. What the fuck's a top end acquaintance? They're like not quite a friend yet. You know what I mean? You know, there's a difference between when you're always talking business and when you just check in on somebody. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Know what I mean? Know what I mean? Know what I mean? And hey, of course, I'm mic'd up with a Sennheiser E906. That's right, busted out the 906. That's going into that camera right there. That camera. Oh yeah. You don't want to smell your mom? Oh yeah. That is a Zoom Q8N for 4K camera. Yeah, I'm having way too much fun. So I don't suck any more time out of your life. There'll be more videos to come. Yeah, I'm gonna brag on this a little bit. I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks. This thing is fucking dope. I really do like it. Huge shout out to Redbeard for just being you, man. Again, this is another company I've gotten involved with that just did stuff that I clearly don't deserve. I mean, you can say I deserve it all day long, but really, at the end of the day, I don't think I do. You know? This is just fucking cool. When you can take something that's not quite in the market you want it to be, and they'll do the work to make it what you want, and then turn it into your thing. That's just fucking cool. I don't care where you come from. If somebody else had that happen for them, I'd be like, fuck, that's dope. I wouldn't be like, the fuck is this guy? Yeah, fucking internet, right? Yeah. The internet, literally, internet can just suck my dick after pull my fucking dank right out of your mom's butthole. That's right. They can go right bag deep on it. Alright, so anyway, yeah. I'm sure this is going to get demonetized because I'm me and my videos get demonetized all the fucking time. Because I say bad words and I have dick jokes and mom jokes. Yeah, it happens. Okay. I'm going to go get another cup of coffee and see how this came out. Because I never check my work before I work. Because I want it to be authentic. Yeah. No computers, no fuckery. Literally. That camera has 2 XLR inputs and it goes right into it. So the sound that comes out of that fucking microphone is what you're getting. Because I don't know how to do anything beyond that. Because I'm fucking dumb as shit. Alright. Again. Brutal Mac. Roadkill Edition, aka the Truck Driver Sean Signature Amp. And run you about $2,500 shipped to your house. So check out Redbeard Amplification. I'm sure this will be on the website for too long. It's been kind of hush-hush until we kind of wrapped everything up, made sure everything was cool. And yeah. It's a fucking pretty cool thing. You can see, like I said, you can see a shit ton of this amp. Want to be weird to use a bunch of other amps when I'm endorsed by an amp company, right? The whole thing is take care of those who take care of you, right? It's no different than anything else in life, man. Alright. Peace out. Keep music evil. Bring metal to the children. Don't be a dick. Send nudes to your mom and subscribe to my shit. Later.